Though the pandemic has left its damage, movies are looking to make a comeback, and blockbusters like these will certainly have moviegoers right back in the cinema. And with revenue continuing to climb, restaurants and food businesses are looking to grab a slice of the action. In Pullman, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Murrow News 8. And when that shot went down, his coaches and teammates went crazy. But for a majority of that game, all you could really hear was the crack of the net and the dribbling of a basketball. I spoke to KUGR's Aaron Monson to talk a little bit about what it's like calling a game with cardboard cutouts and empty stands. Football involves a lot of different athletic feats. There's tons of running, throwing, catching, and jumping. Unfortunately, there was one jump that could have ended Christian's playing career entirely. The effects of the pandemic have unfortunately left their mark in Pullman, but with Phase 3 in and Phase 4 on the way, businesses have a lot to look forward to.
And he missed! Do you foul if you're Stanford?
Don't play it out right there.
Noah Williams' three-pointer to send the Cougs to overtime and beat Stanford was one of the biggest shots of the men's basketball season. And when that shot went down, his coaches and teammates went crazy. But for a majority of that game, all you could really hear was the crack of the net and the dribbling of a basketball. I spoke to KUGR's Aaron Monson to talk a little bit about what it's like calling a game with cardboard cutouts and empty stands.
It's very different. And it's almost like sometimes it's kind of sad a little bit, just because, like as a huge sports guy myself, like you expect to walk into an arena with people there, like getting loud, rowdy, having a great time. And then you just walk in silence. And it's just weird. It's still weird to me.
And though the crowd is silent, commentators like Aaron continue to bring the energy. I also asked KUGR sports director Asher Lind about crowd effect, and he says crowd energy does make an impact.
I try to not show that it affects what I'm doing there, because a crowd versus no crowd, complete difference. Like you can feel the energy of everyone. Fans being in an arena is something that a lot of sports teams try to market and try to go off of, because everyone wants to have fans back in the arenas. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you someone who doesn't want something like that. And so it definitely plays a difference.
Luckily, Phase 2 has just been implemented into Washington State. And with baseball season just around the corner, hopefully we'll get to see some Cougs back in the stands. In Pullman, Washington, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Murrow News 8. Delivery drivers like Dalton Davis face new trials every day as the online food business continues to grow.
I don't tailgate anybody, I don't cut people off, whereas a lot of other drivers I see on the road do that to everybody else, including me.
On top of that, most drivers receive little compensation for their delivery orders.
This position at least, you can tell if you're having a bad day or a good day depending on how many tips you get or how many stiffs you get.
And with many delivery options like Jimmy John's, Taco Bell, Insomnia Cookies, and Pizza Hut, the online food business could eclipse 1.6 billion users. According to StockApps.com, revenue could hit $151 billion in 2021. I spoke with the director of operation for Pullman's Domino's store, and he believes the industry will continue to capitalize on takeout and delivery.
I definitely see the industry going that way, especially with COVID last year. Showed a lot of businesses that, they can not just delivery, but make a lot of money on drive-through and stuff like that. And the big restaurants with the big dining areas aren't as big of a value as they used to be.
And with revenue continuing to climb, restaurants and food businesses are looking to grab a slice of the action. In Pullman, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Murrow News 8.